Hello everyone. In this video, we are going to talk about electric potential difference. But before talking about this concept, let us consider the water in a perfectly horizontal tube or horizontal pipe. Does it flow? No, water in a perfectly horizontal pipe does not flow. That is, for example, you consider these two beakers here with water, and they are connected by a horizontal pipe or a horizontal tube like this. See, the water level in both the beakers are the same. Okay, in such a situation, water will not flow from one beaker to the other beaker. Right. Now, if the second beaker is kept at a higher level, then what happens? Now, there is a height difference between these two now. So, there will be a pressure difference between the two ends of the pipe, and water will flow from this beaker to this beaker. Right. So, there is a height difference which made the water to flow from one end of the pipe to the other end of the pipe. Similarly, if we consider the flow of charges which constitute an electric current in a conductor, the charges, they do not flow themselves in the conductor. So, just imagine this as a copper wire which is a very good conductor of electricity. The charges or the free electrons in this copper wire, they can't flow from one end of the conductor to the other end of the conductor by themselves. The charges cannot flow by themselves from one end of the conductor to the other end of the conductor. So, there must be something which makes the electrons to flow through this conductor. Right. The electrons move only when there is a difference of electric pressure along the conductor. That difference of electric pressure is actually called as potential difference. Okay, so there must be a potential difference for the flow of electric current through a conductor. Okay, potential difference. Alright, so electrons move only when there is a difference of electric pressure along the conductor. That difference of electric pressure is actually called as potential difference. We are actually using a battery or cells. Actually, battery means a combination of cells. So, the battery or the cells provides a potential difference in an electric circuit. The cell has chemical energy, or the battery has chemical energy stored in it. The chemical action taking place within a cell generates a potential difference across the two terminals, positive terminal and the negative terminal of the cell. So, when the cell is connected to a copper wire, that is actually the chemical reactions taking place in a cell generates a potential difference across the two terminals, means positive terminals and negative terminals of the cell. That is, the positive terminal of the battery is at high potential and the negative terminal of the battery is at low potential. Okay, so there is a potential difference. Now, one is at high potential, another one is at low potential. That means there is a potential difference between across the two terminals of the cell. Okay, now when this cell is connected to this copper wire, when this cell is connected to this copper wire, that is, a potential difference has been introduced between the two ends of this copper wire. Alright, there must be a potential difference because there will be so many electrons in that copper wire, but electrons can't themselves flow from one end of the copper wire to the other end of the copper wire. So, there must be a potential difference between the two ends of that copper wire, then only the electrons will flow from one end to the other end, and then only we will get some current through this copper wires or through any other conductor. Okay, so for that purpose, we used to, for the flow of electric current through a copper wire or any other conductor, we used to connect a battery across the two ends of that copper wire or any other conductor. Okay, this battery or a combination of cells, battery is actually the combination of cells. This battery or the cell that has chemical energy stored in it. There will be chemical actions taking place within the cell, and that generates a potential difference across the positive terminal, across the two terminals of the cell. Okay, this positive terminal now, this will be at high potential and this negative terminal will be at low potential. Okay, one is at high potential, another one is at low potential, means there is a potential difference across the two terminals of the battery now, or two terminals of the cell now. Okay, now when we connect the two terminals of the cell to the copper wire here or any other conductor, so actually a potential difference has been introduced between the two ends of this copper wire. Okay, so that potential difference sets the charges in motion through this conductor or in this conductor, and that produces some electric current. Okay, so that potential difference sets the charges in motion. Okay, that potential difference sets the charges in motion, and that produces an electric current through this conductor. Usually, conventionally, we take the direction of electric current from the positive to the negative. That is why I mark the direction of electric current like this. We can define the electric potential difference between the 2 points in an electrical circuit as electric potential difference. It is represented by V. Okay, it is defined as the work done to move a unit charge from one end of the conductor or one point to the other point. Okay, we can define the potential difference as the work done to move a unit charge. Okay, Q is the charge, W is the work done. So we can define the potential difference as the work done. This is also called as voltage. Okay, potential difference is actually defined as the work done to move a unit charge from one point of the conductor to the other point of the conductor. Okay, so we are getting one expression, V is equal to W by Q, where V is the potential difference, W the work done, Q the charge. Okay, SI unit of electric potential difference is volt, and it is represented by capital letter V, because it is actually named after a scientist, Alessandro Volta. So that is why it is represented by capital letter V. Okay, so using this unit, we can write from this expression, we can write SI unit of potential difference is volt. So I am writing it as 1 volt equal to SI unit of work done. Work done has the same unit as that of the energy, no? So unit of work done is joule. SI unit of charge is coulomb. Okay, so we can write one expression like this, 1 volt is equal to 1 joule divided by 1 coulomb, or you can write it as 1 by 1. Okay, joule, when I am taking this coulomb to the numerator, because it is actually coulomb raised to 1, no? Any value raised to 1 is that value itself. So coulomb raised to 1, that is coulomb. Then when I am taking this coulomb to the numerator, that becomes coulomb raised to minus 1. Okay, so either you can write 1 volt as 1 joule per 1 coulomb or 1 joule coulomb raised to minus 1. Okay, so using this expression, we can say that 1 volt is the potential difference between the 2 points in a conductor when 1 joule of work is done to move a charge of 1 coulomb from one point of the conductor to the other point of the conductor. Okay, using this expression, we can say that 1 volt, it is the amount, it is the potential difference between the 2 points in a conductor when 1 joule of work is done to move a charge of 1 coulomb from one point to the other point. Because potential difference is defined as the work done to move a charge, a unit charge from one point to the other point. So we can define 1 volt as the amount of work done. 1 volt as a potential difference between the 2 points of a conductor or 2 points in a conductor when 1 joule of work is done to move a charge of 1 coulomb from one point of the conductor to the other point of the conductor. Okay, now the instrument which is used to measure the potential difference across the 2 points in across the 2 points in an electrical circuit is actually the voltmeter. Okay, we have ammeter to measure the amount of electric current in an electrical circuit, and the instrument which is used to measure the potential difference is the voltmeter. A voltmeter is always connected in parallel across the points between which the potential difference is to be measured. While we have discussed about ammeter, we said that ammeter is always connected in series. Okay, voltmeter is always connected in parallel across the points between which the potential difference is to be measured. That is, we will discuss about the parallel series, those combinations, etc. in the coming videos. Anyway, you suppose that here we have an electrical circuit, here we have a battery, then this one is actually the symbol for a resistor. Okay, this one is actually a symbol for a resistor. We will discuss about that resistor, resistance, etc. in the coming videos. Anyway, you consider this electrical component here, which is actually called as a resistor. This is the symbol for that resistor. So we have an electrical component which is called as resistor here, connected across the two terminals of the battery. Okay, now we know that from the positive terminal to the negative terminal there will be some current I flowing through this circuit. It is a closed circuit. Some current flows through it. Now, if you want to measure the potential difference across the resistor. Okay, we want to measure the potential difference across these 2 points of the resistor. What we have to do? We just want to connect a voltmeter. Okay, voltmeter voltmeter parallel to it, like this. Okay, across the 2 points but parallel to the resistor. So if you want to measure the potential difference across the 2 points of this resistor, we want to connect a voltmeter parallel to it. That is, we should not connect that voltmeter here like this. This is actually the series connection. Okay, we will discuss that about in the coming videos. Anyway, this is the series connection. So ammeter should be connected like this. But voltmeter should be connected in parallel, so that must be connected across the 2 points between which the potential difference is to be measured. Alright. So in this video, we have discussed about potential difference, and we defined the electric potential difference between the 2 points in an electrical circuit as the work done to move a unit charge from one point to the other point. We got the expression for that. Then we got the unit of voltage or the potential difference. Then we have defined 1 volt. Then we have discussed about that instrument voltmeter that must be connected in parallel. Okay, I hope you understood this. Thank you.